Gaurav, 1 minute. Yeah, Gaurav, let's
Yeah.
start now. My name
Yeah.
is Tukaram Bote. I am working as an Angular developer here. Okay, let's start now. I think you are a full stack developer, correct?
Yeah, I have mostly worked on Java, and in the starting of the years, I have worked in PHP, HTML, CSS, and in between, I have worked in Angular for around 1 year or something. Yeah. So mostly,
Okay,
I have
around
worked
one
on.
year.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Yes, please.
Yeah, so mostly I have been in backend only. Yeah. So yeah,
Okay.
I'm still learning in, and I'm really uh, going for this Angular, and I think the full stack will be
Okay.
better for uh, yeah for me.
Yeah, okay. Total experience, how much?
I
9
have
plus,
like
correct?
9 years of experience.
Okay, 9 years. And in Angular, I will put around 1 year.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, and current location, Pune is correct.
Current office, yeah, Pune. Current
Yeah,
location
and
Ujjain.
Ujjain. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, good. So you are on notice. Are you on a notice period?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. What is the last date?
23rd of September.
23rd of September.
Yeah.
Yeah. Suppose if you want to add a filter, no problem. You can add now. Not an issue.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's okay.
Yeah. That is fine. I will understand. Yeah. Okay. That is
Yeah.
fine. Okay, let's continue. Just what you can do, just you can give your brief intro there. You can mention your skill set and last project, what you worked there with Angular there.
Yeah. So, hi, I'm Gaurav here. I have been working in industry for around 9 years. I started with PHP and moved to .NET and created applications in domains like ERP domain and then mechanical domain, where I have created this graphics in by graphics by we say uh, open graphics library by developing, okay, 3D graphics we have created. Then I switched in there itself to Java, where I have worked on this MVC Spring, and then I have worked on this Spring Boot, and uh, I have also worked in a finance domain, and currently we are working with a bank where the project is a huge project, which is means there are multiple projects which we are connecting with, because this is a project where what we are doing is we are helping the other projects to fasten uh, the testing process. So we have created this application in Spring Boot, okay, and Spring is with some are plugins with Java applications, some are this Spring Boot applications, okay, and what we are doing is helping the testers to do this fast. So what we are having here is different elements where suppose in one what we are doing is uh, comparing the outcome of like there are millions of data and we have to compare them suppose so we, we have this converted all this data in similar format in JSON-L and created this line by line comparison. So it because it is huge and lines are different, so we have created this hash code for each line and then compared and created the report and get the mismatch type that these are the types and shown in the UI. Previously we had this MX UI. This is now this is converted to the React and some Angular. Okay, and yeah, so these are the total things.
Come to the Angular part there. So just to let me know what is Angular and how to improve the performance of Angular application.
Yeah, so the Angular is an framework where this is over the JavaScript TypeScript. Okay, there are now there is Angular TS which is using TypeScript, which is nothing but just the over the JavaScript. Okay, and the extension of JavaScript maybe. So all the jQueries and previously we were using those we can use separately and the benefit of Angular is like uh, uh, so many things are means, like I worked previously in 2015 when I was just working with HTML and this thing. So from that it was a huge change when I learned about that this is totally like and binding and these things are very good here. So the for the performance like we have this templates and all and so this is very uh, helpful and the two-way bindings and all these things. Uh, so when we have templates and we have this injecting one thing in another, then this will help not loading the full page, hence improve the performance. I hope this is what you mean when you say performance.
Okay, let's come to the next question. Yeah, good. So just tell me that how to define the global CSS for file in Angular.
Okay, so for the global CSS file, uh,
Suppose we have created one CSS, correct?
yeah,
External file there.
yeah.
How we add that inside our Angular project there?
Yeah, so if we put if we attach it to the DOM element, the topmost element, then it will be attached uh, to the all of those inside there.
Okay, do you know what is the use of Angular JSON?
Angular JSON.
Yeah, yes.
Uh,
I,
so this is about I think I'm not collecting this
yeah,
correctly.
this is
This is
related
about
to
the
configuration.
properties.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, without that it will not work, right? So
Yeah, inside that we are define that one means what we can say that you will find out under the node projects, global style, architect, build options, and inside the style property you will add that global CSS path there, correct? And after
yeah,
that this file is accessible inside our application there, correct?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Now, what is the use of package JSON file?
Package JSON file.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, so there is a package JSON file. This is also uh, for configuration only. Okay, so this is the starting point of the application, uh, and we write means all the things that what is the starting file we put it there and all the things. So this will be starting, and all from there, when we can go back and forth and uh, get this configuration here also.
Yeah, correct. So we can use that for dependency injection purpose, correct?
Yeah,
External libraries, what is installed by npm, we can configure there in a package.json, correct?
yeah,
And that it can handle the versioning also there.
yeah, yeah, versioning also.
Okay, now come to the next question. What is the difference between switch map and merge map?
Switch map and merge map. I have no idea.
Okay, no problem. So what is dependency injection?
In Java or in Angular?
Yeah, Angular, Java, whatever you are feasible there, no problem.
Okay. So dependency injection is like an inversion of control. Okay. So currently, if the control is, if I talk about the Java class, if the control is in the class, then we are defining the property in the class. Okay, so this is inside the class, and if we inject it from the outside. Okay, so this is called the dependency injection. The class need not be changed, and it can be used with multiple types from the outside of the class. So this is called dependency injection. Sorry, you are on mute. Yeah.
In case Angular side, how you will define that dependency injection?
Uh, that I have to brush up a little.
Dependency injection definition wise, you are correct. Java
Yeah,
perspective there means
yeah,
inversion of control means IOC container somewhere you inject something there. Okay, means
right.
you are writing the loosely coupled code to extend the latter point application, correct?
Yeah.
Or anything if you want to append, you can use a dependency like that in Angular. How you will use that one there? In
Uh,
which case you will use there?
so if we talk about the case, then we can use this in some components which we have created. Those components we can give the data from the outside and use those components. This is what I think this can be used in.
Yeah, yeah, maybe partially you are correct there. Thing is that no, we can create some external library and inject anywhere in the root module, and we can use anywhere in our application. Correct?
Yeah,
Means once we create a service, that it create one instance there, only one instance, and we can share that service in
from the
any
through the
component
all
there.
components. Yeah.
Yeah, correct. What is the use of service there?
The service uh, service in the Angular.
Yeah,
Uh,
yes.
okay. Uh, so the service is like uh, any anything.
So
Uh,
yeah, I will give you some hint there. Okay, suppose we are using one component there, and if we want to fetch the data from some API there, how you will fetch that data in that component?
yeah. Uh, so when we want to fetch the data from some API, okay, so we call that API that service. Okay,
Yeah,
so
correct.
yeah, so when we call that service using the URL and all the headers we mention in there, and all the headers with the JSON which we need to pass. Okay, then all this combined, and it will call that, and then we call this service.
Yeah. What is the command CLI command to create the service?
Okay. Uh, uh, the CLI command.
For Angular, we can use ng, correct? And to create a generate, we can use ng generate. Next.
Yeah.
ng generate service name. Okay, Once we hit that command, CLI command, two files will generate there. One is a service file, another one is a spec file for that service there, correct?
Yeah.
Spec file in the sense we can write their unit test part there. Okay.
Okay.
In the service file, what code will generate there?
Uh, so in service file, uh,
Okay,
uh,
so suppose we are using that service to fetch the data URL there, correct? So we need to we use that HTTP interceptor, correct? Using
yeah,
HTTP, we can call that a specific API there, URL, using GET, POST, or something CRUD operations
yeah,
related methods there, means update, delete also there, correct?
yeah.
So in the service part, HTTP, how that HTTP interceptor act, means what is the role of that HTTP interceptor?
Okay, so
So in Java's perspective, what is the use of HTTP there,
uh,
interceptor?
the HTTP interceptor is like it will take the data to a particular file, means particular API. Okay, and it will give the status that uh, what happened in there. Okay, and it
Yeah,
will,
correct. So HTTP interceptor act as a intermediator, correct,
yeah,
in between client and the server there,
yeah, and it will
so that
give
it can
the
modify the request, your whatever header part, that it can modify your payload data, correct?
yeah, yeah, the payload can be
Yeah,
sent.
and once you got that response from server, that it can handle that one there, correct?
Yeah,
Means whatever response that it come there, result, or maybe that it can be error. How you
yeah.
will handle that one error or response there?
When we got, suppose we have got this JSON from the API, and we got this in our Pojo type class which we have
Yeah,
created.
yeah. In Java, how you will handle that exception handling?
As soon as the data has come from there, and it has shown that this is 403 or 404 or 503 error is there, then we check that which service is wrong, and according to that, we invoke this global exception handler using the controller advice, and create this and we will send this JSON that this with the error to be displayed in the UI.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah,
But you are handling that error using try catch a block, I
yeah,
think, from Java side,
yeah.
correct? So in Angular, how you will handle that one?
If the error is from the Angular side, or if it is from the data side, if from the API, if the error has come, so uh, so the message would also be coming through the JSON. Okay. We will redirect it to the particular endpoint with suppose our URL slash error, and we will redirect it to there.
Okay. So, do you know in the JavaScript how this is handling? Do you know promises observable? In Angular, we are using RxJS library to handle that response there,
Yeah.
observable.
Yeah.
What is the difference between that promises and observable there?
Yeah. So the promises are uh, means these are the like a data holder, like something that when we will get the data, so we will get the data of particular this type. So
Okay.
uh,
So, what
yeah.
is routing?
Routing is navigating our application through different URLs, We create this each folder for each routing, and routing is according to the folders. The routing is managed. Okay.
Correct. Folder in the sense we can say that a module there.
Yeah,
Okay.
model.
And we can configure that module using path there property. Means for each module having some path there, URL there.
Yeah.
Once we hit that a specific URL using router link, that it can redirect to specific module and
Module.
that it can load the
That
components in a UI path. Correct?
Yeah. Yes.
So suppose we have a scenario there. We have a 3 pages in our application. One is a home page, second one is a contact us, and last one is a setting page. Okay. And second one is what we can say that two types of a user there to access that specific pages. One is from admin panel and one is from normal user, that is employee there. Okay.
Yeah.
Admin is having access to all pages and normal user having access to home and contact page, not
Yeah.
having access to setting page.
Yeah.
So based on a role, how you will handle that authentication there in a routing?
Okay. So in routing, uh, once the authentication is done from the backend, uh, we will have the data from there, and the authentication. Suppose we are doing the authentication from the JWT token. Okay. And
Yeah, yes, that is one. Correct.
when we get the token in the UI, we will check with that this is the token for this authorization, and according to that we will show that means we
Yeah,
either will.
logically, you are on a scenario perspective. You are correct. I think you are explaining like that whatever you implemented in a Java side. Correct.
Yeah.
So in our Angular side, we can use the guards there. Do you know what is
Guard.
the use of that guards and types of guards?
I not used that one. Created more
Okay,
simple
okay.
files.
Yeah, I will let you know. Once you get that token in Aadhaar there, no, that it can check the whether access rights, some specific user having access rights or not. Correct.
Yeah.
Suppose you are normal user and logged in application. In that case, that it will check the authentication part. Whether you are once you hit the URL, that it will check the Aadhaar and based on that, that it can activate that specific path or deactivate.
So
Means can activate and can deactivate. These are two properties we need to configure in a routing there using Aadhaar there. Based on that, that it will load your page there, or else that it will restrict the data page. Means access denied or something message that it will throw there. Okay. This is one scenario. Second scenario is that suppose in a routing configuration, one path is not having and mistakenly you enter that path in a URL there. So how you will handle that one?
okay. So when some routing path is not in our modules, and somebody called that from directly from the URL changing, then we will means the routing will say that there is no in there. Okay. We can redirect it to some different page saying 404 page created, and that.
Yeah, correct. Correct. Means the if path is not available in a configuration, that it will show the 404 page or that it will show the pop-up there using component there.
Yeah.
So how you will handle that in routing part there? Means which property you need to define there inside the path there or a component or a specific configuration there. Do you know wildcard?
Wildcard. uh,
Yeah.
Wildcard is a no.
Yeah, we can use that wildcard to handle that 404 page there
Okay,
to
the
display that
asterisk
image.
you are talking about.
Yeah, yes. Two asterisk signs are there. Correct.
Yeah.
Using that, we can define that route configuration there.
Yeah.
Okay, now come to the next question. What is directive and types of directive?
Uh, I'm not sure.
Okay,
Um,
no problem. What is pipe and types of pipe?
I'm not sure.
Okay, now come to the next question. This is related to Java, or we can say that a JavaScript. What are the methods, array methods, to find out the unique elements from the array? Suppose we have a array there, okay, that it can have a duplicate numbers there. Means 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, like that. Means
Yeah.
from that array, how you will get that one
Uh,
unique elements?
okay. So from that array, then we want to use JavaScript, right?
Yeah, yeah. JavaScript or logically you can explain from Java side also. No
Okay.
problem.
So if we talk about Java side, there is a streams API. We convert this list into the streams. Like uh, streams dot filter. Sorry, we want only distinct, right? So we can just use streams dot distinct, and then collector, then collect to list. So it will get the distinct this. If we don't want to use the streams and we want to do this logically, then what we can do is uh, we can create a set. Okay, and we can convert this into the set, so only a single element is allowed in a set. So this is another way using set. And if we don't want to use set, then we can iterate and uh, compare the elements, and by comparing, then if those are same objects, using dot equals method. And if any different if any repeated is encountered, then we eliminate that one and traverse to the whole list.
Okay. So next question is that what are the ways to share the data between sibling component or parent to child and child to parent, vice versa there?
Okay, so for uh, for sharing the data, sharing the data between the components. So we can call this method, we can call the components, and in there we can send the data using async method. We can call that and send the data with that.
Okay. So what are the semantic tags in HTML5?
Semantic tags.
Yes.
Uh, are you talking about this
HTML.
empty
Yeah.
tags, br, and all this, or something else?
Yeah, something like that means in old version, how we will define the layout using that div, correct?
Yeah,
One
div
div
and
tag is there,
br.
and we can define the classes there, means style classes there for
Yeah,
header, footer, and other things. Okay, in
yeah,
HTML5 we are having that semantic tags like that header, footer.
yeah,
What
yeah.
is the definition of semantic tags?
Okay, yeah. So these tags are like anything, means we can uh, these are the tags which we can define for our own also, and there are so many already defined in the Angular. So these are for ease of the use of our application. So everyone has some specific properties assigned to them, so they all work like that.
Okay, suppose if we want to implement a responsive page there, web application or a page there, what are the ways to create that a responsive page?
Responsive page, as in if we want to use in mobile or tablet or laptop.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So we have this CSS, and we define all the uh, uh, screen size. According to the screen size, we define that if it is bigger than that, then use this one, or if it is smaller, then use this different CSS we create for that.
yeah, correct. Using, have you heard about Media Query, Bootstrap, and other things?
Yeah.
Flexbox.
Yes. So using the media only, that if this is a if at the red media, this much is the in one CSS itself we can use, in one file itself
Media Query. Yeah.
we can use different we can specify the resolution in there, and the different CSS will apply.
Yeah, are you familiar with Bootstrap there?
Yeah, so Bootstrap is it's like we create this coding type of thing, okay, and then it will generate the CSS.
Okay. Yeah, correct. Using Bootstrap, we can implement means design style, as well as we can create the responsive web page there. And using Flex layout also, we can create the responsive page there. Flexbox. Okay.
Yeah.
So, what is the difference between late, const, and variable difference? This is a JavaScript question.
Sorry.
What is the difference between variable, where is a keyword,
Yeah.
correct? Yeah, where, const, and late.
Okay. So where const and late. So late is the simple one, where uh, it will uh, means where will take any type, okay, and the const is the constant, and the late is um mostly nowadays we are using late, uh, so uh, so this is
In
related to the
advanced
type.
JavaScript or yeah, TypeScript or JavaScript, advanced
Yeah.
JavaScript, we are using that late const there
Yeah.
instead of a var there. Correct.
Yeah.
What is the difference between them there?
Yeah.
Major
So
difference.
this cannot be undefined. Okay, so
Okay.
it will be having particular type, okay, and there will be typecasting kind of thing is there. Typecasting is
Correct.
there.
Means variable is having global scope and late const having block scope. Correct.
Yeah.
This is the first difference. Second difference is what is that one? Dynamically we can change the value of a variable, means after a suppose variable name, if you put a 123, then that name can consider as an integer. If you put a
Yeah.
string, in that
Yeah. It
case,
will
suppose something
automatically.
name if you given there, then that it case that it define the string there. Like that it will not happen with the late and const there. You need to define the
Yes.
type of
Type.
that specific,
Yeah.
or else that it will consider based on a given input there. Correct.
Yeah.
This is the main purpose there. Okay. Okay. The last question is that so what is source map?
Source map. Uh,
Again.
no, I'm not sure.
Okay. Once we deployed that code, correct? Angular code. How you will debug that one? Using that a source map method there. Okay.
Okay.
So this is the strategy we can use to